Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Eternal Voyager Stage 2. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video, just look in the description and you'll see a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. There's even one for the color too. So let's get started and make... for those of you that want to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, and then we'll get started on Sharpie Town. But for now, I got to do this, and I think I know where I'm going with this. I was noodling around with some sketches, and I liked what I did, so I'm going to see if I can recreate it here. And that's usually what I do, is I'll look at the image here, or the character. Yeah, that's in the studio, the store. Yeah, not the studio. I can't think of my words right now. That's in the store, and I will try to come up with a pose based on the character, you know. And I kind of came up with a fun one because I'm doing all the levels, the stages, and so I gotta try to mix it up a little bit. And so also that kind of gives me the freedom to do some different stuff, you know? Do some different stuff. That kind of came out funny. I'm gonna do some different stuff. Let's make some funny voices with the way we speak. Okay. Alright, I like where I'm going with this. So, let's see if I can get us there. And a lot of the detail and the color and all that stuff, well, I just said it right there. I'm going to take care of when I color. So I'm not going to do all the detail. I'm going to do most of it with color. So that's kind of a saving grace. And let's see, how can I also have to remember the details in the design. The devil's in the design is the funny statement here. And let's see if I can try to come up with the right look here. Because I did this before with the other character, that if you don't draw the hands exactly the way you see them, it looks funny. Or if you don't draw them exactly the way we're used to looking at them, it looks funny. So I kind of have to think of a good way to draw it and make it still look right. See, I think I can get away with that. It looks a little loopy. So I'm doing something like that. Looking at my hand looks good, but you know, when you draw it, it's like that's not right. You know, it looks kind of weird. So you kind of have to find a happy medium that'll get you there, and it still look okay. All right, I like that. I like where we're going with this. So let's draw the other one out. And also something else that I'm kind of doing with these characters is I'm kind of basing them on well, spacemen, you know, like if they're floating in space, because they look very astronautical to me, you know. So I'm kind of coming up with some poses that are floating, you know, or jumping around, doing something like that. So I kind of like that idea. Okay, so this one, let's see if I can pull this one off. So there's a digit like that, a digit like that, and a digit like that, to this thumb that has a digit like that, and I'm going to bend it into a digit like that. And see, this is what I always do. I always make it super big. So I gotta bring it down a little. I gotta check myself before I wreck myself. Sometimes I just, you know, I know nobody's watching this. I know everybody is jumping over to the color section or the Sharpie section, so I just get to say whatever I want, not worry about being laughed at or if nobody gets my jokes, because this is all. I just did it again. I did it again. What is wrong with me? I'm excited. I like where I'm going with it, and I'm excited. So I'm making the hand super big. This one was super big too, so I'm trying to bring it down a little bit, and I'm trying to control it, but I'm super excited. Okay, so I think this one is smaller. So I think this might make more sense. Okay. Something like that. It's a little, see, that's the other crazy thing. If I don't draw it exactly right, it looks off. That's what I have to try to figure out. You know, what is that look that's going to get it to look right without going too crazy. I think that'll work. I think I can do this. So now just let me draw a little Scully type character, and then we can get started. Here's going to be the trick. How am I going to pull off the flames, you know? Because I should be doing that in color, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll just draw a skull and I'll take care of the rest with color, because I feel like it kind of needs it, you know? All this design would look much better if I can do all that in color and just have like a little floating skull. So let's do that. Let's just do it with color and not worry about it. So I say we jump over to Sharpie Town. So here we go. It's Sharpie time. I'm going to start off with a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. I'm going to use the Sharpie pen for a few of the finer details, but the most part is going to be the fine point. Wait, did I save that right? Pen for details, fine point for the rest? Yeah, something like that. So anyway, let's do the skull. And again, I'm just going to do a basic little skull, and then we'll take care of all the other detail with color. Okay? So we're going to make a skull looking right at you. So I'm going to do the eye sockets, something like this. Do this one a little rounder. Eye socket, something like that. And this is not quite the shape of a skull. It's very exaggerated. So I'm going to kind of do how they did. And I'm going to draw it the same way. It's artistically rendered. That's the best way to say it. When something's not 100% the way it's supposed to be, it's artistically licensed and artistically layered or rendered. Okay. So I'm thickening up these edges just a little bit, because I'm about to switch over to the big Sharpie, and you're going to see a huge difference if I don't. So I'm just going to kind of finish off the rest of the round of the skull and do this. But I'm not going to go too crazy here with the thickness, because I want it to be thin for when I do the coloring. Like all that stuff. I don't want it to stand out super thick like the rest of this stuff. So that's all I'm doing for that. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so let's just draw his costume. And so I've got him kind of splayed out. We're going to do his collar here. I'm going to go across for the collar. I'm going to come back around so I can kind of do something like that. To his shoulders. To his shoulder like that. And so he does have folds, you know. So I'm going to take the smaller Sharpie and do a little something like this, just to add a few little details, you know, a little bit of pizzazz is the word I'm going for. Razzmatazz. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to draw those little like straps that are across his armpits. I guess those are the backpack straps is what those are. And I'm drawing where they connect to the suit first. to give me start-stop points. And now I can draw straps just kind of floating out, doing some crazy stuff because I want them to be a little fun. And I'm exaggerating the way they're kind of flowing out, you know? So see, I'm just kind of just having some fun with it, just doing something crazy. Like that. And those are his straps. And so now, for the most part, the rest of it is just a spacesuit, and then all the detail will do with color. So I'm going to do just the shape of the arms, but with some folds like that, following the shape of his arm. And so I kind of flared it out right there where it's going to connect to his little wrist guard there. And then I'm going to come back in here and do some folds for his sleeve. And again, I'm just kind of having fun with the fact that I can do a bunch of folds and creases because, you know, it's a spacesuit. Since we're here, let's go ahead and finish up this arm. And so I'm going to do his little wrist cuff like this, and I'll go ahead and do something like that because it's going to go up and over, something like that. And I probably should have gone back one more. Let's do that. Let's go back one more like that. So sorry about that line. You can erase that touch. I just wanted to fix what I did. So here for the hand, I'm going to do over like this. Here's out to the thumb, and there's the middle. That'll kind of show you that part, you know. So it'll kind of give you an idea of where we're going with this. So now I'm going to do the thumb like this. I'm going to do the finger. There's one digit like that. There's that digit, then that digit, then that digit. So 3 digits is what we're doing here. And we're just kind of following the sketch that I did. And so the next part, I'm going to do the other fingers back behind that because they're all bent in, you know. And since they're behind the other fingers, that's all we really got to draw. We can't really go too crazy with all the detail there. But we'll have some fun. We'll do something. And I know he's got like those little straps going across because it kind of wraps around his hand right there. So I'll thicken that up real quick and just kind of have some fun, you know. All right, so let's do this arm over here. So same thing. I'm just going to draw the bends and folds that are going to be in his suit to the elbow, to the underarm like that. And again, I'm going to just do a few little creases and folds. Just because I can. Just because I can. Doing what I want. And then here, we're going to do the same thing we did over there. We're going to do the little wrist guard. God, I can't think of my words. My words are not working tonight. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do something like that. There we go. That'll be that part of the wrist guard. So this one's going to be kind of like this. I'm just kind of going to have some fun with it. Going to draw this part of the thumb like this up to that finger. The other side of the hand is like that. This finger I kind of have bent over, so it's kind of like this. This one is really bent over, so it's kind of like this. And I wanted to draw that with a smaller Sharpie, just to control it a little bit better. And so same thing here. This one's going to come in. This one's going to come in. Okay? And so now I'm just going to go ahead and add some extra lines and creases just because I can. We're going to do that middle part that we did over there, that little strappy thing. Now I have just a little bit of a rise to it right there so we know it's up a little bit. And there, and we're going to do that for the hand. And that's all we're really going to do. We're not going to go too crazy. Because see, that represents exactly what it is, just that hand right there. Okay, so now we're going to do the rest of his suit. And same thing, he's got, oh, you know what? I almost forgot. He's got little straps coming in like this, like that. And another one over here, like this. Something like that. And so now I'm just going to draw his spacesuit just kind of over like this. And so now I'm just going to draw it all the way down because it's a one-piece suit, you know? And I'm kind of following my sketch, so, you know, bear with me if you don't know where I'm going here. But I'm following the shape of the leg, and up like this, and over to this one. I'm going to go ahead and connect to the knee because I got it all bent over on this side. Like that. Does that make sense now? See how it was all hunched over? And so this leg is up under itself, so you can't see much, but you can see the foot like that sticking out. Does that make sense now? I know it's kind of tricky to get where I'm going with this, but I figured once I start drawing, you'll catch on and see where I'm going with this. And see, here's the front of his shoe. I'm just going to go ahead and do it since we're here. Finish that up. And just add some extra little razzmatazz pizzazz. Let's see, and what else? Something like that. Okay, so same thing here. Let's do just a couple little, you know, accents just to show material. That's it. Nothing too crazy. So now we'll go ahead and draw his foot over here. And it's just sticking out like that. And again, it's got that front toe like that one sticking out like that over there. And we'll just do pretty much that. And so I say we take care of the rest with color so we can make all that pop and make it look really cool with some colored flames that's holding up the skull, all right? So that is Eternal Voyager, Stage 2. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.